Donald Trump has been talking about tariffs for decades because he's a dumbass. He really doesn't understand what tariffs are, but it's the word he seems to like to use the most. Now, the question is this: why did he only do a few tariffs back in his first term? I mean, they were devastating. He put tariffs on China, and it basically destroyed farmers. But why is it so ramped up now? And I'll explain to you. When Donald Trump was coming into the presidency, he had these tariffs in mind, and he told his son-in-law, Jared Kushner, to find some kind of financial or economic expert to back the things he believed. Not to find out what was the best thing or the most effective thing, somebody who backed what Donald Trump's dumbass was saying. Well, Jared Kushner went on Amazon and found this book by a guy who basically kind of almost backed up what Donald Trump was saying. That person that wrote that book was a guy by the name of Petey Navarro. So, of course, they reached out to him and said, "You're our guy because you agree with Donald Trump." Now, when he came into the cabinet or the administration the first time, there were still some adults there, and they quickly realized that Petey Navarro was a dipshit. It turns out the book he wrote made no fucking sense, and he always referenced this expert, a guy by the name of Ron Vara, but they all found out later that Ron Vara doesn't exist. It's simply an anagram for Navarro's fucking name. So Pete Navarro is spouting all these concepts and ideas from an expert that doesn't exist. So they kept him off on the periphery so he couldn't do too much damage. Well, now we're here in the second term. Those adults are gone. Petey Navarro, after spending some time in prison for contempt of Congress, is now directing this whole tariff thing. This dumbass is telling another dumbass how tariffs are good. And in spite of what we see, they still want to hold to it. I mean, the stock market has cratered. People are losing jobs. It's fucking horrible. Now, Petey Navarro can't be wrong because he's a narcissist like Donald Trump too. And he says, there will be no recession, guaranteed 100%, and the stock market will be 50,000. Well, that's interesting because when you got a hold of it, it was at 45,000, and now it's at 38,000. Something's not going right. So Donald Trump is taking direction from a flat-out dipshit who doesn't know what he's doing. He's a charlatan. He's a phony. He's a fake. And this is what's guiding our economic future in America.